Thank you to DrunkDeer for sending me this A75 Ultra. Now disclaimer, even though I'm receiving this product for free, I am entitled to my own opinion. I will glaze when needed be, and I will criticize as necessary. Let's begin. Now first impression, the box actually came in an express shipping, which was the first time for me from DrunkDeer, and that caught me by surprise. And it's a good thing because whoa, they never did that before. Now, DrunkDeer has really built themselves on this 8-bit aesthetic, and they're really hammering down on the drunk logo, like be drunk, be ace. You know, it's kind of corny, but you know, I think it's cute. They're reinventing themselves and their design to be like this nostalgic, cute 8-bit stuff, and I'm all for it. Now, in the big box, there's another box within the box that contains all the accessory stuff, like the switch puller, keycap puller, the cord, and some more keycaps, and 4 extra switches. You know, just in case you lose some for some reason, or in case some of it comes dead, which shouldn't happen. Hasn't happened to me, but it can happen to some people. They got stickers now, which is neat. And in the accessory box also comes with a braided cable, which adds another quote-unquote premium feel to it. I'll get into that later. There's keycaps, as I've mentioned. There's 2 rubber soles for the bottom of your keyboard. I will talk about how I feel about it later. Now, the keyboard comes in a plastic bag. I got the white version, so the back is like, I think the color scheme works together. It's simple, it's nothing too fancy, but the black version will have red, edgy, whatever. But that's about it for how the keyboard looks. Now, here comes the sound test versus the A75 Master. Now here is the important part. How is it? The Ultra is DrunkDeer's top of the line keyboard right now. It is a premium keyboard. And I say premium, as in it costs $219. Right now it is on sale for a fall event for $160. So like the question is, should you get this keyboard? At full price? Hell no. If you're a casual player and you're looking to get a keyboard, why would you look at this? Why would you spend $220 on a keyboard when you could just spend like $100 on like the regular A75? When there's a sale right now, which is now it costs $160, I'd say maybe. This type of keyboard is Hall Effect. Now, Hall Effect has become an industry standard, right? Every other keyboard is doing Hall Effect now. It's basically just a magnetic keyboard. It's really nothing new. It's just a magnetic keyboard with rapid trigger. And rapid trigger, it allows you to register input at any point in your keystroke, right? There's no minimum amount of force you have to put in. And you can set wherever it is and how hard it is. That is rapid trigger. That is the main focus. There is a Hall Effect chip on the motherboard. That's why it's called Hall Effect, which handles all the processing, rapid trigger, and this keyboard uses the chip to it learns from how you use the keyboards and then adjust it so it lasts longer and also is more accurate. This keyboard is also 8K polling rate, which is basically how many times it scans input per second. So 8K, it scans the input 8,000 times a second, so it's more accurate. But if you're a casual player, you casual keyboard user, you don't need this. As you can see through the sound test, this keyboard sounds a tiny bit quieter than the A75 Master, which I do like. It took me by surprise because this is an aluminum body keyboard, which you think would sound louder, right? Because of the metallic ping, which when I press the spacebar, I can definitely hear it. But surprisingly, overall, it is a tiny bit quieter, at least to my ears. After using it for quite a bit, by quite a bit I mean an OSU session where my hands hurt, it feels really nice. The keyboard is cold to the touch, it is heavy, it has weight to it, it feels nice to hold it. All the good things I have to say is gonna be on the WebDriver and how convenient it is for you to set things up. There's a dead zone feature where you can set the switch to not activate when you press down or like lift up for a certain threshold, because the switches can be really sensitive, which can be a good and bad thing for registering inputs. Now here comes the bad part. Objectively, you do not need this keyboard. You might want it, but you don't need it. The whole point of this video is about, do you really need this? You don't. You don't need this keyboard. You don't need an advanced like keyboard that can do your fucking taxes, right? You are better off buying the A75, strictly speaking, because this keyboard, as I mentioned before with the rubber soles, this keyboard does not have a tilt stand. In my opinion, I prefer my keyboards to have a tilt stand, like a 10 degree or 15 degree tilt, because ergonomically it feels nicer on my wrist. This keyboard doesn't have that. It does have a built tilt though, which I do appreciate. It would break my heart to not like using this when it's just so damn nice. And it's not even about the price. Ergonomically, if it feels like shit to use, I'm not gonna use it. Now, here comes another complaint is that like about a year ago, they asked for like user input on what they should improve. I told them about the detachable coil, like the keyboard, the cord, right? You know, the coil cord, or you get with custom keyboards, the coil, and then you screw it, or you connect with like the straight cord, and like you keep everything clean and tiny, visually aesthetic, yada yada. I think I don't think they really understood what I meant. So we do have a braided cable, which is nice. It feels premium. I would still like, what if right, we get a coiled cable, because this thing is $220. For $220, I think a coiled cable would be nice. And I think they should add more color options, or better yet, custom color, right? In the back, right, you can see how there's blue, there's white, and like there's a opaque white. Like those are customizable parts. Maybe the aluminum isn't customizable, but every other part of the keyboard is customizable. That would add a nice touch to make it feel more premium, because you are paying $220 for this keyboard. Would I buy this keyboard? Hell no. Would I buy it if it was on sale? Hell no. Am I going to use this as my daily driver? Yeah. Even though the tilt isn't as much as I want it to be, it still feels decent, right? I can type, I can use it for other stuff, I can play Genshin, I can play Osu, I can play League, I can do anything on this keyboard. If I were to get robbed, right, I could use this keyboard to defend myself. That is how sturdy this thing is. But do I recommend buying it? No. If you're a keyboard collector or an enthusiast that prefer a premium feel of DrunkDeer's A75, yeah, go ahead. It's $160 right now. You could use code Berry, $727 for $10 off. But the bottom line is, it's a good keyboard. It's a good high-end premium keyboard. DrunkDeer really did a great job making, you know, a flagship, right? A high-end keyboard for their brand, which they are known to be budget wooting, right? We all know this, right? DrunkDeer is budget wooting, and I don't think they should be ashamed about that, because wooting's fucking expensive. I'm not spending money buying for fucking wooting. DrunkDeer does the same shit, and it's way cheaper. And with this, I can see that this is their effort in trying to make a premium DrunkDeer keyboard, like the 80HE, you know, but this is like a 75. The 80 is like so fucking expensive. Okay, good keyboard, not casual friendly. Is it good for its price? It's a premium keyboard. No premium keyboards are worth it unless you like really like the brand and you want to support the brand. But yeah, thanks for watching.